actual name of this segment?
This is more Nick wanting to show off his history knowledge.
So Nick tells me this morning, I used to work at the archives up at UNI, and so he knows how to dig in to find all these little random facts. And I think Nick, you should start like a pub quiz here in town that's regular, because that'd be sort of fun if you want to be like pub master, pub quiz master.
Ooh, pub master.
Have you done that before?
I have not. Jade and I have gone on dates, and then it turns out it's like trivia night at the whatever venue.
Are you that annoying?
Like awkwardly like shuffle out.
But are you the annoying guy that always wins trivia night everywhere?
I don't think I've ever done a trivia night.
Okay, yeah, we got to get you involved in that. We love trivia nights here in Mount Pleasant.
I don't think I've ever done a trivia night.
Okay. Well,
You're
we haven't.
You're missing out.
Well, let's do a little trivia now.
Okay.
What do we got?
So the first question is, who is the founder of Mount Pleasant, and how many landmarks are named after them? This is a two-parter.
Are we doing this together? Is it to one of us, or how are we? Is this
Okay,
a
you
competition?
know the founder? I don't know the answer, but if I know the founder, maybe I could figure out the landmarks.
I do.
I guess we probably should have done like a Jeopardy thing where we have you guys write it down.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, should we do
Do you have,
that?
like,
Yeah, I
extra
got
piece of paper
paper.
there?
You got a pen over there?
No, guys.
There's a box of pens, I'm pretty
It's
sure.
okay.
We're really organized here at Mount Pleasant Live.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. Oh yeah, there's totally a box of pens. Yeah, we're organized.
I know I saw a box of pens
Okay.
around here.
Founder and landmarks, huh?
Yes. Who's the founder, and then how many landmarks are named after him? We get trademarked if I do the Jeopardy song.
Maybe.
I just looked at his sheet.
Oh! Hold on. It's okay. Hey,
That's okay.
Invitation is the best
Now
form
I
of flattery.
know, and
I'll
now I
take it.
feel. Okay, I'm gonna redeem myself.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Now, are we talking landmarks like
Just things named after this
named?
person.
Okay.
Okay.
Can they be in the same place? Like if there's a thing in a place that's named after him,
Yes.
and does a cemetery count? Like there's a whole section that's the Saunders. Oh shoot! I'm giving it all away. I'm giving it all away. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, go ahead. Here we
Okay.
go. We already wrote down.
Okay. So the answer is Presley Saunders.
Yep.
Is that
Saunders.
School, park. There's a cemetery.
Well, there's in
did
the
not
city
include-
cemetery. There's a whole circle that's the Saunders family, and it's sort of a
Okay.
landmark for those
So I
history
didn't
buffs like
count-
to
I
go
didn't
and see
count
that. Okay.
But the answer is 4. Saunders Park, Saunders
block?
Branch,
Branch.
which
Oh,
is the
the
creek that goes through it.
Right.
And then there's Saunders Park Drive, which is the road.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
And then there's Saunders School.
And of course, then there's KFC on the north side of
Yes.
town, where Colonel Sanders.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's up there with your bad.
Thank you.
dad
Thank you. I can't. I'm in the groove now with the dad jokes. It's happening.
Okay, I'm redeeming myself.
Okay, what else we got?
So next up is James Harlan, former president of Iowa Westland, U.S. Senator and Secretary of the
Jimmy
Interior,
Harlan.
is infamous for firing this federal employee who would later become a prolific writer.
What?
What? Where did you come up with this?
Man, can I phone a friend?
Sure.
I don't know. I don't think she'll answer. Can I really try real
Yeah,
quick?
go ahead.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if she'll answer.
That means you get a lifeline later too.
Okay.
Okay, well, and
I didn't have her on call here.
I told you you're not going to get number 2.
Hold on. I'm gonna get it.
repeat the question.
Prolific
please.
writer.
James Harlan, when he was Secretary of the Interior.
Morning, Anna, how are you? So you're currently live on Mount Pleasant Live, and I'm phoning a friend about a history question. Hey, James Harlan once fired a person that went on to become a prolific writer. Is that the right term? Do you know who that person was?
Prolific writer.
Is this the Walt Whitman story?
It is the Walt Whitman story.
Anna, you are amazing. That was Anna Villarreal, folks, who is this incredible historian, and she used to run the Harlan Lincoln House here in Mount Pleasant. So thank you, Anna. I will call and apologize here later today. All right. Thanks, Anna. Take care. Bye.
He found a copy of Walt Whitman's collection of poems,
Okay.
and found it, I believe, ungodly was the word he used, and fired him, and that would become Leaves of Grass, the copy that he found.
Okay.
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 I'm ready more for like history from the 80s and newer.
This is the
1980s.
Okay, final one. Samuel L. Howe, a teacher and founder of the former Howe Academy, first started a school in Ohio. What famous general was among his first students and would go on to call him one of the greatest men in America?
This is a Mount Pleasant related question.
Samuel Howe started his academy here in Mount
Here.
Pleasant.
Is that the German Academy?
Not the German Academy. It was the Howe Academy. It was
Howe
a private
Academy?
school.
Okay. And so repeat the question because this is a tough one.
Samuel Howe.
Okay.
Who was a teacher and founder of the Howe Academy, which was in Mount Pleasant.
Okay.
It was a private school.
Okay.
First started a school in Ohio before he came to Mount Pleasant. What famous general was among his first students and would go on to call Mr. Howe one of the greatest men in America?
Okay. Famous general.
General. The only one I think is like General Lee.
Yeah, right. There's-
Wrong side.
wrong
Yeah,
side.
I know.
Close.
That's what I'm
Wrong
saying.
When was the Howe Academy here in Mount Pleasant? Do we get to have that fact a little extra?
Around 1880s.
So really,
1860s,
way back then,
1880s,
general.
yes. So that's when so the one in Ohio would have been pre-Civil War.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with Ulysses S. Grant then.
I'll agree.
So he both had Grant and Sherman, General Sherman.
Oh, really?
So so that was, you could have two
a
options.
couple options there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick,
You're
if-
on the right track though. Rachel.
Okay, but Nick, if you would have been like, what is the number for time and temperature? And can you do the jingle?
Yes.
That kind of trivia? I'm all in, right?
What was it? I forget. What was the number?
3857101.
That's right.
There was one morning, I think I was a senior in high school. I just rolled over and called it one morning. Don't know how it pulled out of my brain, but
I
It's
thought
still-
it was disconnected. Is it disconnected?
357-710.
101.
That's right.
And then it was Richard Realty in auction.
Yeah, they still
Sign
do
that sells.
the ad.
Good morning. Stethos Auction and Realty
Oh,
would like to
I-
invite you to sign up with the sign. Call 385-2000. Today is Thursday, March 30th. Time is 7:22. Current temperature 36 degrees.
We don't even have to do your weather thing
Yeah, I
anymore.
don't
We'll
have to,
just call time and
pronounce it.
I
temperature.
didn't know it even still existed. I thought it got disconnected.
Did we just do a free advertisement for?
We
for
might have.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll send them the bill.
Okay, good.
I'm
That
sorry.
was
I really.
brilliant. I love time and temp. Oh my gosh.
Right?
Because Anthony was just talking about that not too long ago. And Rebecca said, "Do they still have the time?"
Oh,
That is
and I
just
mean,
fantastic.
like Iris City type stuff, and like, I need like 1980s and newer for next time, please. That's my.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm 23, so I don't know any of that.
So I needed that laugh. I'll tell you what, I needed that laugh. Rachel, I'm not going to give you much props for your Mount Pleasant history from Nick, but I'm sure you know better Mount Pleasant history. What's it like being back? You weren't gone very far from here, but
No,
give us a
so-
little bit about your background, how you came back to Mount Pleasant in this role.
It's to summarize, it's been awesome, and I know that's kind of a hard, big, general, broad comment, but at the end of the day, you're right. I graduated from Mount Pleasant, went on to the University of Iowa. Life just kind of takes some broken paths sometimes and curves and ups and downs, and it landed me back in Southeast Iowa in 2009. And so I've been in Burlington since 2009 and in Mount Pleasant and in Henry County once every 10 days on average, I would say. So it's not like I've been that far or that disconnected. And previous to coming to the Mount Pleasant Chamber Alliance, I had worked for the Economic Development and Chamber of Commerce and Main Street Group in Burlington. And we do so much as a region as it relates to workforce, as it relates to just quality of life. So understanding the Mount Pleasant from an economic development and chamber perspective, I've been doing it, just maybe not in Mount Pleasant, but from a Burlington lens. So as far as that goes, the work, the transition, activities, what are we working on day to day, normal chamber stuff? Easiest transition. There's so many similarities, so many of the same people. So it's not like I was starting from scratch. So the previous director had left behind a binder and 3/4 of the names I knew, right? And the 3/4 of the names. So that part has been really good. Economic development, as I'm sure we'll address here in a minute, is going to take on a different role than I was ever dreaming of. So it's been really great. The biggest and the hardest, I don't say hard, but the biggest transition for me is I know people socially. You see them at church, you see them at restaurants, you see them just out at a community activity, and now I get to work. I'll just use you, Mike, for example. Now we're in the same world. We're working together. We're bettering our community. So that's been a good transition.
Well, we were beyond ecstatic when we heard who was
thank
taking
you.
Christy's spot, and we are so excited to have you here in the community and being you,
Thank you.
especially with all your connections. One other piece before we go into a little more business-like conversation. You have a dog, and your dog is amazing. Oh my gosh. I walked into the chamber the other day, and this little mutt comes running around the corner and just jumps all over me. The happiest little dog on the planet. What's his name? Give me some background on the dog.
I have a 7-year-old miniature golden doodle named Ernie. He is 40 pounds of fluff. He is quickly becoming our therapy and community mascot in our office. He doesn't come very often, but when he does, we sure do love his presence. So Ernie, 99% of the time he sleeps in my office or with one of the other gals, and then he will greet you at the door with all kinds of excitement. So
Brilliant.
he is extremely spoiled. He thinks everything that the light touches is his, regardless of where he is. We go through on neighborhood walks. He knows all the neighbors. He sachets through the streets. Like, he's a pretty cool dog.
He owns Mount Pleasant now. I
Yeah,
feel
he owns Mount Pleasant.
Everybody knows him.
He actually thinks the farm in Swedesburg. I've never seen a dog so happy. Smiles when he gets out and gets to run free in Swedesburg. So
Right.
it's pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, we talked a little bit before the show here, and when you walked in, we were like, okay, we got to talk about what we're doing next and all this stuff. And just for our listeners to understand, this all just happened this week. And this is a massive undertaking that our community has to do, including a big part chamber work in terms of economic development. So I'm not going to put you on the spot here and say, okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to fix this, Rachel? But if you could give our listeners just an idea of where you're at right now, where the community's at in terms of the process of getting somewhere.
Right. So first and foremost, we do need to stop and recognize that lots and lots of people's worlds were turned upside down this week. And that there's no easy way about it. So showing what can we do, showing compassion, showing understanding, that is our primary role. Those are people, those are our friends, those are our neighbors. So I never want to lose sight of that as we talk about what's next, because we do want to help them. They're awesome. They're great workers. They're talented. We want all 110 people to stay here in our community and continue to be seeing them at community events and school events. So that is our top issue right now, is to make sure that these people get on the path to what's next. It's hard to see that now, but we'll work on that. And one way Iowa Wesleyan is doing is a career and job fair on April 10th. Details are still being worked out, but if you want to participate as a business, I know there will be a link shortly, hopefully today, tomorrow, to get the word out of how can I now hire this awesome workforce. Okay. So that's kind of step one, right? It's best to say there are more unknowns than knowns at the moment as it relates to what's next. What happens on June 1st, right? Thankfully, we have great city, county, state partners. Have had conversations this week with leadership with the Iowa Workforce Development Office, with Iowa Economic Development Authority. Even though they're in Des Moines, they have a pulse of what's going on here. They wanted to know how everybody was doing, what services, what resources can they as a state provide. I don't know what those all look like yet, but we're working towards it.
Debbie Durham runs a good show up there.
Yes.
She'll take care of
Yes.
what we
So
need.
exactly. I do expect visits from those leadership positions here in the next 10 days. I don't know when, I don't know have dates, but they all said we're coming. So I really want to say thanks to Iowa Workforce Development and the IEDA for that support. We heard from them on Tuesday. If I'm hearing from them, I know Iowa Wesleyan is, right? And I know the city is, and I know the county is. So that is trying to figure out what's next. I did secure a contact with who is going to take the lead with the USDA with rural development. So that was awesome. And talking to her, she pretty much said they have some due diligence on their side before we can even talk what's next. But they will be open. There will be conversations. The city, the county, local state leaders, everybody will be at that table, business community as well. So who, what, specifics, I can't say that yet, but just know that there is an effort being made.
That's brilliant, and that's exactly what I think we all need to hear.
Yeah.
And the key point there for me too is how you started it, and that's we have community members that are their hearts are heavy right now,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of unknown. And so whatever you can do to reach out to your neighbors affected by all this, do that now. Everything else will come in time in the right way. So thank you for in preemptive everything you're doing on behalf of our town.
So back to April 10th. I don't have all the information yet, but I knew April 10th at Iowa saying there will be a career and job fair. You can contact our office and we can get you on a list and contact when I have more information if that's of interest. Our phone number is 385-3101. It's very similar to time and temperature now that I say that, right? But excuse me. We do want to make sure people land in a great spot, and we know they will.
Yeah.
So,
well, with that, let's run over to our second commercial break.
Bring the kids and share the memories from steam engines, antique cars and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Maybe your memories are of great food from the North Village to the Log Village, or going to one of the amazing concerts. This is the place where memories are made. Make plans now to enjoy the history of the past at the 2023 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 31st through September 4th in Mount Pleasant. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant Live. I'm desperately looking for my next segment here. I'm like, oh, here it is. Yay. Nick looks over at me. He's like, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. I'm like, oh, papers everywhere. Huh? We were just talking during that commercial break, just how much we appreciate the chamber, Rachel's perspective on this, and the leadership our community's taken to move forward. So I want to bring it back a little bit to a little levity again. Thank you again for all that. I'm sure tonight at the gala is going to be a lot of conversations going on, but we're moving forward. That said, let's have some fun. Let's finish this interview up with a little fun. We're just trying to move forward in a positive way. So today,
Yes.
March 30th, and this is appropriate, I think. This is weird. National I Am in Control Day?
Yes.
Where do you find this stuff, Nick? That's my
It's
question.
the National Day calendar. So it's not as bad as it sounds. It kind
Okay.
of started as something else, and now it's morphed into what it is now. So however many, 40 some years ago, Ronald Reagan was shot.
Yep.
And Secretary of State Haig said, as of now in the White House, I'm in control, which was a big hoopla because they're like, it should be the vice president.
Right.
And so that's where it came from. Now it's all about just taking a moment, taking control of your life. Maybe it's making a list. Maybe it's, just getting things organized in the house, but just kind of realizing that you're in control of your life.
So like that, we got this.
Yeah, we got
my mind went to I'm a control freak, right? And so what you did was talk me off that ledge a little bit, I think. But actually, I'm in control. I like that. That is actually pretty relevant for right now.
It's appropriate. Yeah, it's appropriate. I like that a lot. Well done with that one, Nick. I'll give you that
So
one.
you gotta have faith in me.
Yeah, I do. I'm learning. It's only episode 2. We got a little ways to go here. We got some famous birthdays today,
Yes.
too. March 30th is the birthday of the one and only Celine Dion.
Well, we gotta do the guessing game.
The guessing game?
Yeah, you gotta guess their ages. You gotta compete.
Oh, no.
I got this. Celine
Yeah.
Dion is like,
Okay, hold on.
We
hold
got
on,
pictures. We even have we get to look at the
Yeah.
screen.
This is a
gosh.
real.
Wait, are these all people whose birthdays are today? Is that the whole point of this guessing game? Is their birthday? So yes, last Tuesdays they were their birthdays as
It
well.
was that. Yeah. I'm sorry if I didn't explain the rules that well.
No, you probably did. I just probably wasn't listening. Sorry.
So-
so we get to guess how old they are.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
post-
what's on the line? Bragging rights?
Pride.
keep forgetting to pack the trophies. God.
Yeah,
dang.
yeah. Where's our trophy?
Well, I have to redeem myself after this Mount Pleasant trivia,
Yeah,
so I'm feeling confident.
If you win, I'll bring a trophy down. We're gonna walk into the studio. They're a little plastic star trophy.
Okay.
I'll never get a trophy. I'm 0 for 1 so far.
Okay.
So this will be interesting.
I'm gonna put a celebrity whose birthday is today on the screen here.
Okay.
You have to guess their age. If you're within 3 years, you get a point. If you get it right on, you get 2 points.
Okay.
So the first celebrity, I gotta find her, is Celine Dion.
Dion. Isn't that how she always said her name? Dion.
Dion. Celine Dion.
I have to admit, if some person came out to me on the street, put a gun to my head and said, sing a Celine Dion song, I couldn't.
What?
I'm being dead honest.
You have the
Were
microphone.
you
Go ahead,
born when
Rachel.
Titanic was
I think I was born the
the year it came out? Okay. All right. My best guess is that she's 57.
I mean, I have to go one up. We want to get within 3, right?
Yeah.
We're going to go with 68.
She's not that old.
She is 55.
Oh, I wasn't even close. I'm so sorry, Celine.
Out to a 1 to
My bad. My bad.
The next celebrity we have is Eric Clapton.
Oh.
Oh,
For making this really weird face whenever he plays the guitar.
he's like 79.
79. Really? I'm going to go with 75.
Why? I'm not going first next time.
You guys both got points. He's 78.
Okay.
Rachel's one off.
Well done, Rachel.
So it's at 2-1 right now. Next up,
You have to go first this time, Mike.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, we should be alternating. Next up
yeah,
is
2 in a
Tracy Chapman.
I like Tracy Chapman. She's a Gen Xer. She would be 50. I'm done. 50.
I'm going to go with 4. No, I'm going to go with 52.
Good guess.
She's 59.
Oh, we weren't even
Oh.
No point, but we're still
Actually,
2-1.
I don't think she looks 59 whatsoever in
close. Not
that
at
photo.
all. Not at all.
Just tell me that photo's 10 years old and maybe then we'll.
Next up, we have, there it zooms in.
I don't know who that
We
is.
have Thomas Rhett.
Country singer.
Oh, yeah, I should know that. The context
Okay,
clues there. AMC Awards.
I
Yeah.
think he has a young family. I think he's 37.
Oh, nice. I'm going to go with 33. You keep going first, so I'm not going to stop you.
I know.
He's 33, so
Hey!
you pull out. You pull out to a 3-2 lead right
Oh, my goodness. This is like the best I've ever done. Let's see
now.
how it
Going
goes.
into the final celebrity,
Dun, dun, dun.
which is MC Hammer.
Could you do his? Do you know his songs?
I do know Can't Touch This.
Okay, and Too Legit.
Stop. Hammer time.
Okay,
MC Hammer. You want me to go first? You want to go first?
I'm doing a little quick math in my head.
Okay, fair enough. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, I get you. I'm with you. Okay, I'm ready. 62.
Mike is close. I think he's like 63.
He is 61. So, Mike, you win with a 4 to 3.
Oh,
Slide off the camera. On the camera right now.
and the crowd does not go wild around
Can we
here.
get like one of those buttons that cheers? Don't hit those buttons. There's some
I was
weird
gonna
stuff
say
on
those
those
are not
buttons.
set. Oh,
Yeah.
But we can. I can
Get one of
download
those because that was an epic moment in the history of the show.
That was a nice
mean-
comeback victory.
Thank you very much.
I'm 0 for 2 for trivia. And you know what's really, this is the problem. I make my family do trivia every holidays and such. So I guess the quiz master doesn't, that's why I always write it.
Well, you're probably going to be on this show countless times.
Yeah.
So
All right.
You have
This
chances.
rolls.
All right, I'll be back. I'll be back with my A game. I'm going to study. I'm going to request history from the 19.
But you cannot look up celebrity birthdays before you come here.
Oh, that's true because you'll know.
Because
I'll forget.
you'll be
Thanks for the
expected.
reminder. I might start doing. I mean, no, I won't either. I won't look up anything ahead of time. Okay, Rachel, thank you. I know,
for having me,
especially
guys.
for giving us time this week. I know you're incredibly busy, but we really appreciate you spending time with us. And again, just everyone reach out to your community. Be there for our community. The way we get through this is together.
Yes, absolutely. Couldn't have said it better.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all. We'll see you next Tuesday.